Chicago turned on excellent sailing conditions for the Louis Vuitton America's Cup World Series on the fresh waters of Lake Michigan. Thousands of spectators packing Navy Pier, a major city tourist attraction despite the cooler weather. Race 1 started in a steady northerly breeze, with Land Rover BAR making the best of the start, while Emirates Team New Zealand were stalled on the line. Sir Ben Ainslie and his crew show good boat speed, lifting onto their hydrofoils, even sailing into the wind. But there was trouble for Oracle Team USA. Skipper Jimmy Spithill and his crew penalized for failing to keep clear in a close duel with Swedish team ARTEMIS Racing. Their penalty, having to slow the boat.
Yeah, tough weekend for us, obviously. We would have liked to have been further up the standings, but that was, you just see how competitive all these teams are. Anyone can win, and we just weren't consistent enough up the top there, made a few mistakes. The last race really cost us.
But out in front, after a flawless performance, Land Rover BAR win race 1 to get their campaign back on track after struggling in the last regatta. Behind them, ARTEMIS crossed in second place, ahead of SoftBank Team Japan, with Oracle Team USA in fourth despite the penalty. The breeze stayed good for the second race. ARTEMIS Racing skipper aggressively forcing Emirates Team New Zealand out of the way and accelerating away with Groupama Team France. The Swedes first to turn ahead of Oracle Team USA and Emirates Team New Zealand, who are back in contention.
We started quite well in the first couple of races and just sort of kept pressure on the guys, and whenever we had our moment, we'd just ease the pressure off ourselves, get it around the track, and today was beautiful conditions for these boats. And it'd be awesome if we get weather like that for the rest of the season.
Race 1 winner Sir Ben Ainslie makes a big move from dead last late in the race, passing the battling French and Japanese teams with great speed. Up at the front, it's ARTEMIS adding a win to their second place in race 1. The crowd applauding another great race on a finish line right by the pier. Compared to earlier races, the start of race 3 was very even, with 4 boats leaping ahead and drag racing on their foils in a row as they headed for the first turn. But that mark was also very close to boundary, and home team Oracle Team USA sailed right out of bounds, one of several teams forced to take a penalty as SoftBank Team Japan raced into the lead. Dean Barker and his team never threatened after that, as SoftBank Team Japan sailed on to victory. A race of the day. There's drama at the finish behind them, though, as a duel between ARTEMIS Racing and Emirates Team New Zealand allows Sir Ben Ainslie's team to take second, and second overall for the regatta. But the weekend belongs to Nathan Outteridge and ARTEMIS Racing, a win, 2 seconds, and a 4th place, earning them the champagne and the trophy.
It was a very, very close finish, and we got back up into second in that race. And, we always talk on board when you're defending, elbows out, keep everyone behind you. And we went for that tack in front of Ben, and he just got through under Leeward, and then Team New Zealand came through under. Thanks, mate. And, we're trying to go elbows out, and they just were getting through us, but we knew 4th was going to be enough, and there was no point risking it. And, obviously we're looking at points for the global for all the season, so a second there would have been vital for points long term. But we'll take the win here this weekend. It'll give our team a lot of confidence, and we're looking forward to getting back to Bermuda and celebrating with the rest of the team.
Well, yeah, it's been, I think today was just the most fantastic racing. We struggled with the light winds just today, but really importantly, I think, for the America's Cup to be able to showcase how good this sport can be when we get the right conditions in a venue like this where we had in Chicago. I think a really important day for the sport, for us as a team. We're really happy to come away with a second. We would have loved to have won, but the ARTEMIS guys just did a better job.
It's been
today.
a great one for SoftBank Team Japan. I think we've really increased our performance. I think we've made some good gains in a lot of different areas, but still making a few too many mistakes. So we know we can keep improving, and so we'll go to Portsmouth now. Hungry to try and improve on this result, and it's just really good for our team. Well, we've made a change in the way we sail a boat. We've moved Chris Draper. Instead of grinding the wing sheet upwind, he's moved up onto the bow, so he's more of a tactician than sort of been on the wing, and that's worked well. With Derek, Derek Sayward being able to trim, he's a big guy, so he moves the wing pretty quick. So it's really good for these conditions to have that sort of power when we need it.
It was great, especially today. We had a really good race. we have a little unfortunate mistake the second race, but I think we the overall we kind of proved that we are progressing from since the start as a team. We are doing really well as a team, growing up and progressing our technique, and I'm really looking forward to coming future. Especially we have a regatta in Fukuoka in end of this year. So we're really excited.
The weekend was complicated for us. We had some issue in the downwind leg, and technically we were not very good. And after that we missed a lot of opportunities because downwind we did a lot of mistakes technically in terms of flying and jibing, etc. Upwind we did some good move, but definitely we have to work still a lot for the downwind technique, and in the very short race like that it's hard to come back because the level also is very high, and when you do a mistake it's impossible to come back, and we did too much mistake this weekend.